Hey guys, what's going on? This is John Lee Hilliard from JT's Vending. Thank you guys for rocking with us today. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to tune in to our YouTube channel and just listen to what I got to say. So, over the last, maybe I would say 8 years of my life, um, you know, I knew where money came from, but I had a issue with like my mindset around money. So, real quick, I'm gonna read you something that I found valuable with helping me wrap my mindset around building wealth and creating some passive income. So today, this video will be about the 15 passive income ideas for building wealth in 2025. 2025. So the Bible tells you in Proverbs that a wise man thinks ahead. So by you just tuning in to watch this video, that lets me know, wise man or woman, you are thinking for 2025. So for my last few months, I've been, I think since maybe August, no, June, me and my wife have already been planning for 2025, the things we're doing in the beginning of the year, all the way up to August or September of next year. So, if you're watching this video, you're thinking ahead, so I appreciate that. Before we get started, real quick, I would like to ask you guys, because I tend to forget to ask people to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because that's not, it doesn't instantly pop into my mind. What pops into my mind is getting a message out that helps people understand biblical principles about finances. So please like, share, and subscribe. Let's jump right into it. So real quick, I'm gonna read something that I wrote down. I was reading something, and when I read things, instead of writing down word for word what it says, I like to write down what it made me think about when I was reading it. So I think it was The Wealth Choice, the book called The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbro, or it was Everyday Millionaire by Dave. It was some book, but I wrote down something that I want to do for myself, and I said, instead of asking how can I increase my revenue, ask how can I increase the quality of my service to my fellow man. Instead of asking how can I expand my business, ask how can I make a difference in my community. Rather than asking how can I build wealth, I started to ask myself, how can I become more valuable to people around me? Because when you make yourself more valuable to those around you, they pay you for your services, they pay you for your time, they pay you, and that generates building wealth. And that I wrote down on the bottom, this is to help me change my mindset around money. And then, I got into a lot of like biblical principles about money, and I'm learning through, especially Proverbs. Proverbs is a wealth of just principles that can help you with your finances. But I'm learning that for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. I don't love money. I love the things that I am able to do with money. And I'm learning that God wants us to use the money and love the people. And I would say even go a step further, like Myron Golden, he says, better yet, use the money to love the people. So it's not the money that makes your life better. It's that when you can work 5 days a week or 4 days a week, and you have enough money to not have to work Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you can spend that time with your family. You can spend that time with your friends. You can spend that time by yourself doing something that you love. You can spend that time worshiping. You can spend that time doing whatever you want. But to have enough money or resources to allow you to have an off day, 2 off days, 3 off days, that's a blessing. So it's not the money that does it. It's what you do with the resources God has blessed you with. You use the money, because even Abraham was called a friend of God. He used his money to serve God's purposes. He used the money, and he loved the people. He had 300 some servants born in his house. His nephew Lot, he used his money and resources to love his nephew Lot and go help him out when he got captured. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that, because you guys know I will go down a rabbit hole. So this video is about the 15 passive income ideas to build wealth in 2025. So if you ever had a dream, you were dreaming of early retirement, and that's not a bad dream, but you have to look a little bit past your regular 9 to 5. So, everyone, including myself, I have a regular 9 to 5. I work, regular shifts, regular, 9 to 5, sometimes 12-hour shifts. And, a lot of times it pulls me away from spending time with my family. And when it does that, I go, okay, I look back at scripture and I go, Hebrews chapter 12 verse 11 tells me that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. And that lets me know that I can discipline myself to do anything for a short period of time, anything hard for a short period of time. So meaning if work picks up for a few weeks or a few months, I can discipline myself to do that. But within doing that, I'm being a good steward by saving some of my money. So, boy, I get down a rabbit hole quick. So anyway, about the 15 ideas. So what is actual passive income? So I'm reading from my notes. So passive income is a way to earn steady money with little to no daily effort. Note that I didn't say no effort. It's no daily effort. Like, it's not saying, oh, I need some passive income, so let me go get a third job. Or I need a break. I need some rest. Let me go get a third job to make some more money. It's not saying that. You may, with passive income, you may have to put in some work up front. More likely you will. And the expecting the income to come shortly after everything's going and steadily, consistently moving. So essentially you'll be making money while you sleep. So just take our YouTube channel and just take vending machines, I guess. You may want to create an app. You may want to do vending machines. And with those vending machines, they don't, if you get the correct ones, they don't consistently need daily monitoring to run and function. If you make sure you do the work up front and set everything up right, they typically don't break down. That's typically they don't. But if you get the fancier ones with the glass fronts and you go, oh, that's fancy, they hold more drinks, but they break down a lot more often. So the brands we recommend, like the Dixie Narco or the Crane 147 or Automatic Product 123, those kind of, the live display Dixie Narco, those ones, they're the workhorses. They consistently work. And it, typically, every 3 or 4 days you may go by and check, but depending on how many vending machines you have, how many locations, you don't have to make it daily. So that's what passive income is. Some passive income ideas, like building a blog or an app, take time and sometimes extra money to get up and running. But if you play your cards right, they could eventually mean you're earning money while you sleep. So what are the benefits of building passive income? Sorry, I had to make sure I get some drink. We were out swimming, so I got this on. We were swimming in the pool, and I was breaking the sprinklers off the pool because the water is extremely cold. So, your income is your greatest wealth building tool. A tool that is typically requires you to clock in 5 days a week. Even if you love your job, we're willing to bet that you wouldn't mind earning some extra income without the blood, sweat, and tears and time commitment of another job. So here's what building a passive income can do for you. So it could increase your wealth, allow you to retire early. It could protect you from a complete loss of income if you lose your job, and provide an additional source of income in retirement. So, how to build passive income. If we list all the ways you can build passive income, you'll be here all day trying to read a list. So we're just gonna do because we all know that all of us on Earth as humans have different skills. So that means unlimited possibilities. So I narrowed it down to 15. So we'll start from number 1. So the first one is buy real estate. Now, if you're in your baby step 1, Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and you're not sure, if you don't know anything about real estate, don't get into it yet until you do some research and studying. That's a good way of building some passive income, but you must be debt free. I repeat, you must be debt free before you start trying to buy real estate, because you have additional real estate costs and fees, and renters may not pay, or renters may tear your place up, and renters insurance, you could go broke if you're already in debt. So in order to start with number 1, let's go ahead and be debt free with that one. So even if you're debt free and you want to buy, just buy some property somewhere that's convenient for you to visit, so you can personally keep an eye on it. So one of your old neighborhoods you grew up in, or one of the little areas. So if it were me, and me and my wife want to get in a rental property, which we're eventually going to do, we would. If I'm here in Memphis, I would buy a rental property or buy a home in Fraser, Orange Mound, someplace near me and I'm familiar with the area where I can get to and I can see and keep an eye on. So, but you can always find a real estate agent to guide you around and show you. So that's passive income. Number 1 is buying real estate. Number 2 is you can always rent out your home. So some people do. You've heard of Airbnbs. So if you still have some debt to pay off, or you can't afford to take a whole rental property, consider doing Airbnbs if you want to create passive income. Me, I have trust issues with human beings being in my house. So especially I have little kids, I would not recommend you doing Airbnb with guests, people visiting and hanging out. It's a great source of extra money, but if you have little kids and these random strangers are staying, on your property, just be careful. I give this warning, please be careful, because I have a 2-year-old daughter, 13-year-old son, and these days people are weird. So the Airbnb is not my best, but it's on the list of things to do to create passive income. But be careful with that, because like I say, you can bring in a lot of money from it, but you want to make sure you're debt free, because even with that, you can rent out half of your home, write it off on your taxes, and your homeowner's insurance policy may or may not cover damages. So all of those things come into play, but just be careful. Number 3 is store people's stuff. Now I have seen people on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all these other things where they take people's stuff and charge them $40 a month, $30 a month to store things in their garage or on their property. You can check out websites like Neighbor, I Store It, or Store It at My House if you want to get started with storing people's things, like off-season wardrobes. And some people don't want that clutter in their house, or they don't have room for that clutter. And so for example, we have a bunch of pool stuff and a bunch of summer stuff that if we wanted to store it. Hold on, my wife decided to come in the kitchen while I'm recording and pour some loud, sweet and salty Cajun nuts inside of a plastic container while holding it. That's that noise. So let's wait till she gets done making noise, and then I'll continue talking with the video. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you watching this outstanding video, but I would like to ask right now that if you have the heart and if you have the resources, that you donate to our ACER program, which is a step into reality, which is a program to where we go in these low income areas and we teach young girls and boys how to manage money, how to set a budget, how to earn money, and what they do with the money when they get it. So our whole process is trying to make sure that the young men and women build good money habits as they grow instead of learning how to manage money through the world and it end up going broke trying to look fake rich. So if you have the heart, if God puts it on your heart, please go to our website, which is right here. And at the very top of our website page, there's a blue button. You can hit that donate button and it'll take you to the donation link and you can donate whatever God puts on your heart. So thank you guys so much for watching. And now back to this outstanding video. All right. So store people's stuff. You can store things if you have like a barn or garage or even a carport space to store vehicles, boats, campers, and other high dollar toys. People will pay you a lot more if you keep it safe or weatherproof it. Um, you can set it safely and forget it. You know, that's good passive income, storing other people's stuff. So number 4 would be rent out useful items. So you may go, what are I maybe some items I can lease out. You can lease out your boat. You can lease out a trailer, trampoline, kayak. Lease out even your own yard, or your like, for instance, if I wanted to rent out, people want to have a pool party. They didn't have a pool. I could rent out my pool and the chairs and everything back there, my backyard, for $400, and they would get 6 hours for $400. They have full use of my backyard. There's a lot of things that you can lease out that people want. Anything that you have that you want to lease out, you can get a chainsaw. You can lease out your chainsaw, lease out a pressure washer. I got a pressure washer. I'm looking for a chainsaw. I wouldn't lease it, but if I wanted to make some extra income, that's what I would do. Or I would hop on like social media sites, and mostly ones for like in your community, local, and just reach out to people. Like there's plenty of people want to lease out things that they don't really have. So, or if your neighbors or someone gives you something free, and you're like, man, I'm trying to get out of debt, and you go, I have no qualms about selling it. Sell it. If you get something free for Christmas or Christmas gift, you don't like it, instead of just holding it in for no reason or throwing it away, just sell it. But number 4, you can rent out useful items. Number 5, rent out your vehicle. Now, Turo, Turo was the best app that I had used. I didn't rent anything out. I wanted to start doing it, but I actually rented a car on there, and it was pretty good, pretty easy and convenient. Boat sitters, you can also, like I said, rent out your boat. Anything that's useful for vehicles, you can rent out 4-wheelers. People like me who just want to ride, can't get one because of my wife. She wants us. She don't like 4-wheelers. She don't want us to get hurt. Danger is my middle name. Anyway, but yeah, you can rent out 4-wheelers. You can rent out anything that people want to use that you have. Just got to search around. And the internet obviously is useful for that. Number 6 is start a blog or a YouTube channel. You can start a YouTube channel like we did. We just post biblical principles about finances. We talk about God and money and life and children and just we talk about the things that we value that help us put our lives together as a married couple. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, we started a YouTube channel just essentially to show people like the things that we do, and those of you who don't know, you know, we dabble in vending machines, but the biggest part, the biggest part that we enjoy teaching kids about money, because most kids have no idea, most adults have no idea what the purpose of money is. So anyway, starting a YouTube channel, you can record your daily lives, you can record things that you're doing in public. I would prefer you stay on the kind side, but to each their own. Everybody has their own niche or niche on YouTube. I don't myself necessarily look at violence or people murdering or killing each other or damaging something or people fighting people. I don't like watching that. I don't like fighting. I will if I need to defend myself, but fighting, you know, violence, gross, disgusting, even nudity, no, none of that on YouTube for us. We on this YouTube channel we try to keep it clean, but to each their own. If your content is engaging enough for daily traffic, you can sell your space, you can sell your blog, you can do commercials, sell your channel, you can do spots for local businesses. Like it's a new wing place open up down the street. They're new to the area. You can do a commercial for them on your YouTube channel, and they can pay you like 20, 30, 40 bucks a month to run that ad. And it's something. You get you five of those. Takes you less than a minute to do a video, to do a commercial, and $20 a month from 5 businesses. Bam, passive income. So number 7, you can write an ebook or digital guide. My wife, she's the one who got me interested in hiking. So I like hiking, but my wife had all these tips and tricks, and we bought all these extra little guidebooks about hiking. Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. They're free. If you have some marketing skills and good pals that can help you spread the word, people will buy your guide or your ebook. I'm thinking about writing an ebook myself. Don't really have a title for it, but it's essentially, I want it to be about my journey getting out the hood. I want to talk about how it was to escape the projects, like literally escape from it, and it was hard. So that's the kind of premise of the book, but I'm not there yet. I still have a lot of life stuff I'm trying to work out so I can get some time to focus on it. But anyway, you can do that. You can write an ebook or digital guide about hiking, about dogs, about fishing, about swimming, and sell it. Help spread the word and sell it. All right, number 8, create an online course. Well, like learning sites, what's it, Udemy, UDEMY. That's one of the biggest like learning sites. They know how to create a course on their platform, but like once it's published, it don't require any additional maintenance from you. Once it's set up and you go through whatever publishing learning site you want to use, it can just run and it helps create passive income. But it's a low output way of making some extra cash and helping people. So creating an online course about, hey, down here in the South, let me tell you this. If you have excellent math and reading skills, we need the southern states, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas. Uh, what's underneath us? Florida. The reading standards, the literacy rate in Memphis, Tennessee, and math skills are extremely low, especially the literacy rate. The illiteracy rate is freaking. It's out. It don't make sense. Kids don't like to read. So if you can create like an online course that helps kids get active and get fun about reading, or help them with math, man, you'll definitely make a nice little buck down here in Memphis, Tennessee. Number 9 is sell stock photos of music. We all know what those stock photos are. It's when you hit Google and you look up something, you hit images, and it brings you up a bunch of images about a bunch of random things. Those are considered stock photos. Photos that other people have sold to, I think it's Gritty Image, something like that. And they have the production, the license, your tune, and sell them to YouTubers and podcasters and anyone else who uses Google. They will sell it to them after they buy it from you. So that's another quick way. Number 10 is design custom products. You got like websites like print-on-demand websites like Redbubble, Spring. I think it was Teespring at first, and Zizzle. Like they do a lot of like t-shirt stuff, but design custom products, like you can take a slogan, your favorite slogan or favorite Bible scripture, and put it on a shirt and put it on Facebook Marketplace on a white t-shirt or whatever color t-shirt, and people will buy it. People buy it. Here in the U.S., I think the U.S. would be one of the top consumers in the world. We consume like a lot of miscellaneous stuff, and people love slogans on shirts. So you can create custom products on bottles. My wife, she has a thing for stupid pink cups with scrawls. You can design something. Are you listening to me?
What?
Nothing. So you can design, and what I've noticed, if you're designing custom products and you see an adult version of something, if you want to make some money, make it in a kid version. Because my wife tends to buy a bunch of crap that's adult size, and you go, oh, that'll be cute for Charlie and Trey. They got kids Stanley cups and don't even use them because they don't clean them. So anyway, make some kid stuff and people go crazy for it. Like kid designer stuff, kid whatever. Obviously it sells. Number 11 is use affiliate marketing. Have you ever bought something really awesome and just talked about it to your friends and family and coworkers and to the store cashier? You think to yourself, man, I should get paid for all this advertising. Well, it's a thing. It's called affiliate marketing. So when you try a new restaurant that just opened up, and you have a YouTube channel, and you talk about them on your YouTube channel, and you get a contract, to put it simply, you get a contract with them saying, hey, you do affiliate marketing for them for X amount of price for this kind of setup, and they pay you for publicly bragging about their products. If you're on social media, or if you have 100 postings or some special link or discount under your photo, like they'll give you a link to where when people use your link, you get paid a percentage. And you get tens of thousands of people to try this new restaurant or try this new thing that's generating passive income without you doing much of nothing, because you, one, like the product, or you like the food, or you like the restaurant, or you like the service, and you brag about it. That's what they do. If you notice, they're using a lot of random people on TikTok and YouTube to talk about dish soap, Tide, Dawn. You notice these random people doing it? That's what they're doing. that have hundreds, tens of thousands of followers. And we've even done commercials. We've even done like 1 or 2 commercials. But affiliate marketing helps you create some passive income, and it helps the people that you're bragging about the products. And make sure it's the products that you like. You don't want to brag about like something that's horrible. But target affiliate, you have to be like a website owner or blogger or influencer that runs a family-friendly website and has mainly a U.S.-based viewership. So a lot of that stuff, like if you're in your community, you can help. If you know a new business can open up, you can help them by advertising on your YouTube channel or something ahead of time, and that'll give them an extra kick when they do open up. So number 12 would be advertise on your car. So this one people like Wrapify, like they wrap their cars with what's the one I see a lot? I see one a lot about. Hey, what's that attorney name on their car?
I don't know.
It starts with an ish. Sherman. I don't know, but it's a lot of people drive around with this one lawyer's name, Shankerman, Shim. I don't know. He's either Arab or Jewish or something. Like, I can't think of the name, but they wrap their car with his company's logo and his name and his face. If I could think of the name, then I would tell you. But I see it. I've seen it in Indiana. I've seen it here in Tennessee. I've seen it everywhere. But advertise on your car. Wrap your car. Do advertising. When people do driving for Domino's, they had a little Domino's thing on the top of their car. Yeah, that's advertising. People see their Domino's, like, Domino's pizza tonight. So car wrapping is just, especially if you live in a subdivision. But you need to make sure you check first if you live in a subdivision or like a place that associates with an homeowners association. You might get fined for having advertising logos or companies in your HSA area. So be careful with that. But you can get your car wrapped, and you can bring in about $260 to $450 a month just off of advertising and wrapping your car, just driving around like you normally do. Number 13, invest in low turnover funds. That means your first priority is to invest 15% of your gross income for retirement in good growth stock mutual funds through tax advantaged retirement accounts like a 401k and a Roth IRA. And don't even think about touching that money until retirement, because they will penalize you. And you don't want to take from your future to fund you now. Like, you're robbing your future to buy something. So anyway, don't do it. If you take the money from those accounts before 59 and a half, you'll get smacked with the early withdrawal penalties, and they will be nasty. Now, once you invest 15% for retirement and maxing out all of your retirement accounts, then you can start thinking about investing in low turnover mutual funds. It's a good way to do that is to invest in an index, which is a type of mutual fund with a low turnover rate through a taxable brokerage account. Now, no brokerage firm has been or are sponsoring us now, so I can't, with a clear conscience, recommend anyone, but one I do like is Charles Schwab. You don't have to use it, but I do like them. But again, number 13, low turnover. You want to be debt free. You want to have zero debt other than your house. You don't want to be up to your eyeballs in debt and trying to bring in some passive income by investing in low turnover funds, and then you need that money to pay bills. You see what I'm saying? So again, I just put 15 ones on the list that caught my attention and that helped like thousands of people. So why a low turnover fund? It's because it means that the funds hold it on the stock for longer than there are less taxes for you to worry about. And why a brokerage account? Now, these accounts let you access your money at any point without any early withdrawal penalties. And they also have no limit on how much money you can invest per year. If you pay, if you pay out of debt, if you are out of debt and you want to start investing, I would suggest going through an investment professional. Dave Ramsey's Solution, they can refer you to somebody, but they got some good stuff on their website, RamseySolutions.com. He's not even a sponsor of the show, but I've learned my financial skills and abilities through Dave Ramsey, so I recommend it. Number 14, invest in real estate investment trust. That's REIT, REIT, lowercase s. Now, this part, again, go through a financial advisor or an investment professional. Do not attempt this on your own, especially if you're in debt. This is something that, if you're not interested in being a landlord, there's another way you can invest in the real estate without using something called a real estate investment trust. It's a type of investment that pools your money with other investors' money to buy properties. It's basically a mutual fund that buys real estate instead of stocks. But again, don't do this if you're in debt. If you got medical bills and you got payday loans and title loans, you need to get completely out of that before you start playing around with number 14. But you can Google this stuff and look into it. And number 15, last but not least, take advantage of high yield savings accounts. So whether you're trying to build an emergency fund or save for the next vacation for 2025, high yield savings accounts and money market accounts are one of the easiest ways to create passive income streams and help you reach some of your short-term financial goals. You can find plenty of online banks and financial institutions out there today offering online savings and money markets with annual percentage yields, APYs, between 3 and 4%. Now, BRIS, I think it's the name of it, they offer a 5.4%, but it's overseas. It's online, but it's not an American-based company. But it offers 5.4% if you keep in. I think the minimum is like I think it's 10,000, but it's some minimum. Look at the website. The yield is much higher than the national average for savings accounts, which is only 0.37%. Since online banks and financial institutions have a lower overhead cost than typical brick and mortar banks, they offer better rates for their customers. So that is definitely, without a doubt, true. Now, let's say you have a fully funded emergency fund with $25,000, and that money is in a savings account or money market account with a 4% APY. That account will make $1,000 in interest growth over the next year, and you didn't have to lift a finger or save any extra pennies. And of course, the more you save, the more interest you earn. That's how it works, guys. You put $1,000 or whatever the minimum, whoever you decide to go with, put $1,000 or put, like I said, this example is $25,000. But if you don't have $25,000, you got some that work on the low end of like $1,000 or $2,000 or $500. But you can't put that money in there and then take it out. If your goal is to let that money grow, put it in there. Every time you get paid, put $20, put $100. If you get $500 a week, at the end of the week, put $100. Put $50, put something so that money can grow. The goal of that money is to allow that money to grow and make you more money without you having to lift a finger. That's passive income. So passive income tips. Like I said, this was a list of passive income ideas that can go on forever, but just to research a few of the best ones, I got a lot of them from Dave Ramsey and his team. And you want to ask yourself like a few questions, and I'll give you a few questions before we end this. Is, do other people make money doing this? Which passive income strategy would be best? Would I be best at? Does this idea show a positive long-term track record? Has this idea ever come back to bite someone who tried it? How much time will this actually take me after the initial setup? So don't fall for any of the passive income ideas that promise a quick return or require a huge amount of money up front. You got, people going, oh, let's open a laundromat. Probably not, because you don't know if that laundromat going to do well. And you got people that say, oh, let's jump into vending machines, and they throw $5,000, all of their savings at it, and it don't bring a return. They buy the vending machines without having a location to place the vending machine. So now it's like buying a brand new car and letting it sit in your driveway. It's pointless. So pay attention to what you're doing. Don't just throw money at things, guys. These are 15 passive income ideas, and I think they would help. I've done some of them myself. So just for you guys out there who want to know how much money you can make with passive income, that depends. It really depends on how much work you're willing to put in up front. Like I mentioned earlier, passive income does not equal no effort. It's still some effort. We do vending machines. They're efforts. You get power surges with those vending machines. You power outages. You get product gets stuck sometimes, but it depends on the machine you're using. So all of these ideas, guys, it was me trying to give you some creative ways for 2025 to kind of get ahead of the game when it comes down to making extra money. So last but not least, how is passive income taxed? When it comes to taxes on passive income, there is not one simple answer. I would just tell you, file it with a professional, a tax professional, a CPA, because typically you would file it with, so if you don't have a business. So for example, let's say you're renting out a space, a shared space room through an Airbnb, or you're selling t-shirts with a signature slogan on a website. In either case, they'll pay the income tax based off whatever tax bracket you're in. You'll receive a 1099 form, probably through the company or third-party transaction network like PayPal. They'll send you one, and then report that income on your tax return. So you could do, if you're selling it through the public for cash, or you're selling it through an app, they will send you a 1099 form. PayPal and what's that other green one? Cash App. They'll send you a 1099 tax form. But I suggest, man, just go on Dave Ramsey's website. Go to Ramsey Trusted Tax Pros, his endorsed local providers, ELPs, and they definitely can help guide you down the right track. You don't want to take on passive income and make a nice amount of money and then have to pay that on taxes because the government said, oh, you didn't pay enough. So build wealth that lasts, guys, and be wise when you're doing it, because God commands us to, if we're thinking ahead to 2025, a wise person thinks ahead. So we'll end this with Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20 and 21. It says, the precious treasures and oil are in the dwelling of a wise person, but a fool consumes all he earns. The one who pursues righteousness and faithful love will find life, righteousness, and honor. A wise person went up against a city of warriors and brought down the secure fortress. So in my notes, to consume is literally to go down. The wise person accumulates valuable savings, but the fool spends his income as fast as it is produced. That's the notes. Those are the notes that I have for that passage. So guys, understand it's okay to focus on the future and what your plans are. If you're a rap artist, if you're a DJ, if you like to dance, we all have different skills. I can do none of that. But if you have those skills, God has given us each unique gifts. Use them. You don't have to spend your time working in a warehouse 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, because you have to pay bills. And then you get paid and then you spend that money not setting a budget. You spend that money trying to look fake rich, and then on Monday you're broke again, and you just worked 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, or 10 hours a day. So guys, have a budget. You always set a budget with your money. Set a budget. Focus on what kind of, and these are 15. You know your gifts. God has given you a gift. You know it. Do what you can do to create some passive income and set a budget, and stick to the budget. Stick to the budget, stick to your plan. So thank you guys so much for rocking with us. We truly appreciate it. It's been an outstanding Saturday, man. We'd had fun today. I spent a lot of time with my wife and my daughter, swimming, and I got the yard cut. And after this video, I'm going outside to the deck. Now I have to put the, what color is it? What color is this stain? Redwood stain on our deck that I built out by the pool. So you guys have a blessed day. I'm getting all my notes together, and I hope you guys get some kind of value from this video. So I truly appreciate you rocking with us. You guys have a blessed day. Be safe. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine. Thank you.